Okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry about this. This is too DBE. I don't know. Hey guys. What's up? It's BigJackFilms here. Welcome to another live stream. I'm just gonna adjust y'all because it is the tilt angle here is awful. I apologize for that. Hi Goji Films. Good to see you. Hi Bresky. Hi Brian. Good to see you. So yeah, guys, it's the first live stream of 2020. We've entered a new decade, a new era. Hopefully things can finally go back to normal after about 4 or 5 years of hell for a lot of people. And yeah, it's just kind of really reflecting on, this last decade, what we've been doing, as well as, just celebrating the new year. So welcome all. So a couple updates for you guys. First of all, had an amazing last few days over the holidays. Were great. We had, okay, I'll get to the shirt in a sec, Byron. So we had an amazing Christmas. Christmas was wonderful. We've actually gotten a few gifts here. We're going to open in a sec. Had an amazing New Year's. Brad came up. We just chilled and shit. Shot the shit for a while. And yeah, we put out our Power Rangers review on time, which was fantastic. Thank you all so much for watching that. That was a real great set of videos. And then we also put out a version of our show like Go Go Power Rangers, which was really fucking cool. And we put out a highlight reel. So for everybody, thank you all so much for watching our current video strands today. And we've got a lot of plans for 2020, a lot. And we can't wait to share them with you. And we're going to get more going. So if you're wondering what my New Year's resolutions are, first of all, I do want to keep making YouTube videos. I want to still make it my full-time job. I want to improve and, make it higher and higher. We're getting very close to 6,000 views. That would be a great birthday present if I could get like 6,000 subscribers before my birthday. But yeah, improve our YouTube, get higher up in there. And the only way to do that is for you guys to share our content. Share our content with all your buddies. We really appreciate that, all that jazz. Another thing, I need to move out. I really want to move out, and I want to get my own place, my own apartment, my own house or whatever, and be able to, yes, General Kenobi. We want to get our own place so we can have our own space to do more projects and have a new kind of environment, especially once we get to season 5. We're going to have a brand new environment. It's going to look fantastic. I'm really looking forward to that. So we're going to be working on that. Maybe you can live in Hawaii. I would love to live in Hawaii. I'd love to live in the island of Kauai where they shot Jurassic Park and Kong 76. That'd be great. So, yeah, in terms of Christmas, a few things. I got a brand new laptop, which hopefully I can finally get going and make new live streams on that rather than on my phone, which I normally do. But I want to do more. I really want to start maybe doing some gaming live streams because I want to, play some video games for making future episodes, because I do have a couple ideas for some game reviews. So I definitely want to do that at some point. I gotta figure out how the hell to do that. I think Barack would probably be the best bet to figure out how the hell to do that. I saw King Kong. What do I do? What, like the movie? Enjoy it. So yeah, we've got so we want to do some more gaming streams at some point once we get this new laptop hooked up. Hopefully something could come out of it. And yeah, so we got that. We got some new filmmaking equipment. We got a brand new green screen stand, so when we're on location or at Comic-Cons, we can have a green screen handy. Another one of my New Year's goals, guys, and no promises, but I am definitely going to make an effort because I missed out this year. I want to come back to G-Fest. I want to come back to G-Fest this year. I missed you guys so much last year. The only reason I couldn't make it was because my dad had to go on a trip, and he was my only time there. I could technically fly there, but I am trying to save some money, so, maybe it's, yeah, but I definitely want to come back to G-Fest this year, and I want to bring a few friends with me. So I will definitely be trying to make that my goal. No promises, but it's in the works. So that is a goal as well. So yeah, new laptop, new film equipment, all that jazz. That's all great. But yeah, I got some new wardrobe. So first of all, got a really nice Dragon Ball themed hoodie. These were both from Hot Topic. These are really excellent. I freaking love this. Look at this. It's got all 7 Dragon Balls on one arm, and then you've got Goku's logo on the side. Look at the back. Look at the back. It's fucking badass. I love this. This is like the kind of shit I will wear to a ring when I'm gonna go fight fucking Rocky. Yeah, I know Jurassic World 3 is gonna be filming actually in Vancouver, which I'm pissed off about. Come here and film it. Film in Toronto. I'll be on the set, and you guys can see me like, hey guys, it's BigJackFilms. Holy shit, it's a T-Rex. I'll just run that way. Then that would mean the show is canon. It'd be canon to the fucking Jurassic Park series. It'd be hilarious. But anyway, so got that, and then I got this really nice Inuyasha Dinosaur 101's gonna like this. Hot Topic had this amazing Inuyasha themed shirt, the sweater of Sashomaru, who is Inuyasha's brother. But what I love about this shirt, it's really nice. It's got the name and everything in Japanese, but look at this. It's got fucking Tokijin on the arm. Now, I have this sword. Actually, hold up. You guys are gonna flip when you see this shit. Hold up. Because I gotta go in my prop bin for a sec. One moment. Because I do want to show this, because I don't think Inuyasha Dinosaur would want to see this. Okay. Y'all gonna flip. But I own Inuyasha Dinosaur 101 in my possession. That prop's gonna fall, though I don't care. I own in my possession Inuyasha Dinosaur 101. A steel replica of Tokijin. So the sword you see on this arm, I got it right here. I bought this at a medieval Renaissance fair in Florida for about 20 bucks, actually. It's actually a gift for a friend of mine, but I'm borrowing it for a few future projects. But yeah, this is a real fucking sword of Tokijin, forged through the fang of, Goshinki, who is one of Naraku's incarnations. But this is a beautiful sword. I know, it's a big sword, I know. Well, this is one Sashomaru uses, and it has demon powers, which is pretty cool. So, and the reason this shirt's really nice, and I'm actually kind of getting a bit nostalgic about Inuyasha, only because, this year, believe it or not, guys, if you guys watched Inuyasha growing up on Adult Swim or YTV's Bionics, whatever you chose, it's the 20th anniversary this year. And I'm not talking about the manga. The manga celebrated its 20th anniversary in 2017, because the manga, technically, Kagome's timeline takes place in 1997. So, the thing is that this year is the 20th anniversary of the anime that was produced by Toho. The same people who made Godzilla produced this show, which also makes it awesome. In fact, the composer, Karawanda, was an apprentice to Akira Ifukube, who composed the Godzilla movie. And he actually did put out a cover album orchestral score of Inuyasha. So, hell, an Inuyasha Godzilla crossover would be amazing. So regardless, so it's the 20th anniversary, and Byron, whenever they bring up an interesting idea, is doing a retrospective. And I've kind of thought about a few ways I want to do it. Couple ideas I have. One, I want to do a set of vlogs that, like Doug Walker's vlogs on Last Airbender, doing every episode. I want to do that with Inuyasha and try to watch all 200 episodes plus 4 movies and do a retrospective. And what I'm thinking is, I want to make them, for now, exclusive to Patreon. So if you guys want to support my channel, link down below to Patreon. $1 more will get you early access as well as other special features. But these would be Patreon exclusives that fans could subscribe to and get this content and get my perspective on it. And the only reason for it is because the second question, I've thought about really doing, finally getting another feature or film off my shoulders, because with Kong, it's also the 10th anniversary since I started work on King Kong. I started that in September 2010. September 2010, I started that film project, and it's been about a decade since I've really made a movie. If you don't count the episodic shows as movies, which I really don't. But I want to really go back and make a proper film again, and I think I want to do something with Inuyasha, a fan film, something like that. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to get some funding, so that's why Patreon's going to be invented. So while I'm doing these exclusive opinions on the show, you guys monthly supporting the channel on Patreon will be helping finance the film. Will be help financing the project. So I don't know. It's ideas in the air. We have a script. Pretty much it's been written for a couple of years. We just haven't figured out how the hell we're going to do it. But I think we're going to take the time, about a year and a half, to do a pre-production on an actual film, because I really want to do something with it. Yes, Brock, we're going to be maybe doing an Inuyasha fan film, and we've got an idea how we can get the funding for it. So that's kind of the idea. I've been kind of thinking about that. I've been thinking about other things. A retrospective of the 4 movies as a Big Jack Films reviews. Absolutely, because a couple of inspirations for all this kind of coming back. One, I've been watching a bit of the show again, just for the 20th anniversary. The songs are great. The music's great. I watched a fan film about the making of Batman Dead End, which is one of the best fan films ever made, and what they went through to do it. And I think I could probably do that. I definitely want to invest in better cameras and actual stuff like that. On top of that, what was another idea? Like, in terms of the retrospectives, one was doing vlogs of the episodes, but the way I want to do the 4 movies in terms of a retrospective is the Big Jack Films reviews, like simple reviews. But one of the things I've considered doing is making it kind of like how Movie Bob did the first 4 90s Batman movies as a 4-part retrospective prior to The Dark Knight Rises coming out. And the way he kind of talks about it is the kind of way I want to do it, because ranking the films, like the 4 movies, I like the first and third film more because it is story-driven. And what's great about these movies, they are canon to the series. Whereas most anime movies are not canon. Like, I think the Dragon Ball movies are definitely not canon to the show. And my idea is to do sort of talk about them, but I like 1 and 3 the most because they are adding to the story. And I know a lot of people like the second film. And a lot of people enjoy, Kagome and Inuyasha kissing. Spoiler alert. They enjoyed Naraku being one of the central villains. But to be honest, if you think The Rise of Skywalker was fan service, movie 2 is actually technically the weakest film because it's fan service. The whole movie is fan service. The villain never makes an appearance in the show, never comes back, Kaguya. They tried to go for that more. It kind of reminded me a lot of things like Pirates of the Caribbean 4, or what is it, The Legend of Zorro, where they tried to add historical shit to this mythology, whereas the Feel of Japan, the show, is more Japanese Middle Earth, where it kind of maybe happened. I don't know. But, you've got demons and monsters and magic and shit, so it doesn't really fit. But the idea that, you have characters, like in Legend of Zorro, you have Abraham Lincoln show up. In Pirates 4, you have Blackbeard. These are actual historical figures. So in this film, they bring in the legends of Princess Kaguya. And it just feels off. And it is fan service, and it's good fan service. Like, there's some stuff I like in the film. I do like, they add connections between Kohaku and Sango, even though it's kind of like, ugh. But there's stuff that's added to the story, which I enjoy, but it's not enough to make it a perfect film. And I do find, even though 4 is considered the weakest film, even though it's bland, Fire on a Mystic Island, what kind of title is that? Castle Beyond the Looking Glass is actually the weakest film, and it's something I want to bring up and say, and make the title like Castle Beyond the Looking Glass is not as good as you remember it. Whereas 1 and 3 are better stories because they add more to the mythology, they add more to the back history and everything of these characters. So, yeah, at some point I want to maybe talk about the 4 movies, even though the first came out in 2001 after the second season. This is the 20th anniversary of the show. I do want to talk about it, and I'm thinking I'm going to make it a Patreon exclusive to do episodic reviews of the show because it's great. There is a question from Donnie here. Another thing I've thought about is talking about my favorite films. And that's also something I've been really considering, and something I actually want to really kind of list, because I have my list. I just want to relist it a little bit better because my opinions on certain films have changed. But you have new films either that are brand new or I have never seen before in my entire life, and now they're my favorite movies. So like things like, I'll just put this out there. A couple movies, some of them are not my favorites, but some of them are great films that I finally watched, were things like Legend, Labyrinth, Big Lebowski, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. And I just discovered these about a year now, and I love them. They're great movies. I'm like, why didn't I see these sooner? So my opinion, so I have to relist a little bit of things because there are some films that I do eventually want to talk about. So that's what's been happening. That's kind of the idea of what I want to do with my future projects in this year, my New Year's resolutions, move out, improve my channel, have you guys share this shit around because that's definitely a goal for me. Raid 2020, I'm looking forward to it. Hi, Thomas, good to see you. Guys, go subscribe to Harold the Vortis. He's really great voice actor. If you need a voice, like a dark voice or a Plinkett voice or something, great voice actor. Go up to him. He can give you a few good impressions, so go check him out. He could really use the support, guys. So, with that said, now that we've gotten all the updates out, it's time for something interesting. It's mail time. Today I actually got a fuckload of mail. Some of these I shop for myself, but 2 of these are packages. One I ordered on Amazon, one's from a fan. And I'm debating opening the one from the fan because there are some instructions. It's like, do not open until 1985. What's up, Huey? Good to see you, buddy. So we're going to move Tokijin out of the way. So here's what's going to happen. So I'm going to go through this bag first. Yeah, I did that actually on my TikTok, SSJ4 Jason. I like that name. It's just Jason Voorhees going Super Saiyan. So anyway, so we got some stuff. I went to Value Village today, just kind of browsed around. I found a few things, props mostly, models, and so on. And here we go. So found a couple of goblin-based swords. So I don't know, these might come in handy for some evildoers. So I saw these. They're about $3 a piece, plastic swords. But hey, I'm always a fan of buying prop weapons. And these are nice. Like this one reminds me of the dagger from. I just want to say your complaints on 2017 Tyrannosaurus makes no sense, and I would like to explain why. Feel free to leave them in the comments, Huey. I'll try to respond as soon as I can, but we want to focus on the stream. So yeah, we have some goblin stuff here, so that's pretty cool. Now I was at Value Village and they had these medieval times swords. And they're just wooden swords, and they came with a shield, but there was like 2 in a shield, and they were like $3.99. And have you guys ever been to Medieval Times? Medieval Times is fantastic. Great show, great stunt work. We have one here in Toronto. It's fantastic. But yeah, we found a Green Knight shield and a couple of wooden swords. Now, I already have a ton of these, and what I do is I either spray paint them silver or I give them a metallic tape. And yeah, these are used for mostly, I don't know, guard swords or soldiers or whatever. So I have a ton of these, so I've been buying like these like crazy. These are always good for prop weapons for extras. So I got a couple of those. Now, the reason I'm a big prop guy is because, one, I like to build props and everything, but also because when I was on a TV show, I actually did work for a prop department, and they were showing me how to do stuff, and they were really enjoying what I was doing and giving me good advice. So that's what I've been doing, and that sword sheath is right in the way. Holy shit. Next, we have something I kind of needed, especially for live streams and stuff on my phone. I had to get a brand new selfie stick because so you say it doesn't even look like a Tyrannosaurus. Yeah, it just does. I mean, it does shape-wise, but it's just an ugly design, Huey. I'm sorry. It's a very ugly design. I really did not care for that T-Rex. And that's just my opinion, and I'm allowed to have my opinion, and I don't like people changing it. So, like, depending on the thing, but yeah, like, I mean, I try to stick to my opinion, but yeah, I had to get a new selfie stick, and it's not really for this thing. It's mostly for this, because I just attach these to my tripods, and it allows me to do good TikToks and shit. If I just get this and connect this, I can do better stuff with these. So I just had to get these. What show was I a part of? It was a show in Canada. You guys probably never heard of it. It wasn't that big. It's kind of a pointless thing. Anyway, third thing, I was at, if you think it's because the arms were replaced with cannons, not true either. It does have arms, you just can't see them. Yeah, I just don't like the design. I don't like the fact that it's very more alienistic than it is dinosaur related, and doesn't feel like, whatever. It's called, Employable Me. Look that up. So anyway, yeah, these I bought at Value Village too. I saw them in the toy aisle. I'm like, these are going to be good. These are Jedi Starfighters, obviously from Star Wars. And I saw them, and I was thinking about it, because we're going to be using, in the prequels, we're going a bit more Old Republic and everything, and figuring out what we're going to do. And I'm like, you know what? I see these 2 Jedi Starfighters. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use these as models, because we want to go a bit more practical with Star Wars. So I'm probably just going to dust these off, clean them up, add a figure in them, add an R2 unit, and And yeah, just basically, yeah, we're going to use these as models for the Star Wars prequels for some of the Jedi flying around in the space battles. These are really nice models. These are from, obviously, Hasbro for your action figures. I think these are from Clone Wars. But they're just really nice starfighters. So I'm going to use these for models. This one will be mainly for, a certain Jedi. And then maybe this will be the Crash model that just kind of goes, you have it for one character. He's like, oh, God! No, Porkins. Jedi Porkins. But yeah, we found these. These are really nice, and we're going to use these for models. And they were only, like $4. So I picked them up there. Pretty good deal. So now we're on to mail. The first thing we got here is actually a package from Amazon. So Christmas, my family got me some Amazon gift cards, and I love Amazon. I actually ordered a movie on Blu-ray about a year ago, and it's a movie I'm actually planning to review this year. So I won't say what it is, but it's something I've been wanting to watch for a while. So yeah, we got that. I'm going to watch that at some point. I want to watch it with a buddy because I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. I just like somebody with me to see if it's any good. But yeah, that's a review coming in. So we're just going to open this fucker. Also, guys, remember kids, if kids are watching this, not really. But remember, if you're opening mail, please get an adult supervision to make sure you're cutting it right. Just going to cut this sucker. I'm using like some sort of tooth shit here. The brown starfighter is actually Mace Windu's Critter Crash. No, we're just gonna use it for some random Jedi. It's not gonna be Mace. Okay, so we got some DVDs and Blu-rays, and they all came in one package. That's actually pretty cool. I do like how Amazon does that. It's not just all sporadic. So let's see what we got here. Woo! We got some goodies, guys. We got some goodies. Okay, so these were all from Amazon. I ordered these. Stay on target, Jack. So the first one, I'm going to bring this up because, again, this is starting to become one of my favorite movies, and I had to get it on Blu-ray. Legend! Legends can be now and forever, teaching us to love for goodness sake. I love fucking Legend. I discovered it about a year and a half ago. If you guys want to see my first impressions of it, go check out my opening night I did with Brad. He got all pissed off because this is the Legend of Zelda movie that everybody's been wanting, but it came out a year before the fucking game. So I got this on Blu-ray. I just had to. I wanted to see what the quality's like. And from what I gather, yep, it's got the director's cut, which is my personal favorite, the Jerry Goldsmith score. Well, I mean, minus Jerry Goldsmith, I'll bring that up. And the theatrical version, which is fantastic. I like the theatrical version only for the music. The music's fantastic, but I like the director's cut more. If I could, I would do a fan edit where it's the director's long cut version, but it's got the Tangerine Dream music. Now, I love Jerry Goldsmith, don't get me wrong, but Tangerine Dream did it a little better. I listened to that more because it sounds like Zelda. It sounds 80s. It sounds so relaxing. Guys, and here's the thing with Legend 2. Watching it more and more, and the more I fall in love with it, I want to point out, this is a good movie. This is essentially a good movie to actually fall asleep to. So if you're having trouble sleeping, sometimes I do, put this fucker on and just, it's like a bedtime story. It's like when your parents used to read you bedtime stories as a kid and you'd fall asleep. Definitely, yes, I know about Babylon 5 Rock. Put this sucker on and you can fall asleep to this. It's a really nice bedtime story. It's a fairy tale. Definitely my favorite Ridley Scott movie. I mean, I love Ridley Scott. I love everything he makes, mostly in the historical epics, Gladiator, Robin Hood. Shut up. I like that Robin Hood movie he did. It was better than the last one. But yeah, he's got all this stuff. Like, he directed this, and I will say this right now. The reason this is my favorite Ridley Scott movie, this is hands down the most beautiful movie I've ever seen in my life. And I mean that visually. This is a pure visual experience. And as Huey has always said to me, this is the closest thing we get to a Last Unicorn movie. And there's unicorns in this. So I'd recommend this. Anybody who's a Ridley Scott fan, anybody who's a fantasy fan, get this fucking movie. Because you not only have, Mia Sara's fantastic. I discovered her through this movie. You have a young pre-Top Gun Tom Cruise as essentially Link. And you've got the delicious Tim Curry as the Lord of Darkness, a.k.a. the goddamn devil. And, okay, you guys are going to hate me, but I was on Facebook, which I have Facebook. So, Tim Curry friended me on Facebook. Oh my god! This actually happened about a day or two ago. I'm not kidding. Tim Curry friended me on Facebook, and we just started talking. And he's the nicest guy. Yes, I'm not kidding. I swear I did not smoke anything. Tim Curry friended me on Facebook. I don't know why. Maybe he watches my shit. Maybe he watched my opening night review. So we talked. It was a very brief talk. I just said, thanks, man. He's like, hey, no problem. Really nice guy. Yeah, so he was such a nice dude. So, I don't know. Maybe over time I'll ask him about Legend and be like, dude, this is the greatest movie ever made. I don't know. Do I watch Weezer? I don't know who the fuck that is. But, man, freaking love Legend. Best Tim Curry movie, best Tom Cruise movie, best Ridley Scott movie, one of the greatest fantasies ever made. Highly recommend it. Most beautiful movie I've ever seen. Like, if I do an Inuyasha movie, Inuyasha Dinosaur 101, this is what's going to be looking like. It's going to be looking like fucking Legend. So, glad I finally got this on Blu-ray. I want to get all my favorite movies on Blu-ray. Yeah, I know it's on Disney+. I'm not going to get Disney+. But I'm going to get more of my favorite movies on Blu-ray. There's that. That's the first one. God, we're not even close. You bring up Godzilla Gojira films because our next set of movies, because I saw them, they were cheap on Amazon. I got the Toho Collection Godzilla movies! Yes, okay, so, fun story. I've been slowly getting the Godzilla movies on, DVD, VHS, Blu-ray. The majority of what I have, it's funny, because the majority of Godzilla movies I have on DVD are mostly the Showa era. I have a lot of the Showa era Godzilla movies. I have very, very little of the Heisei movies. In fact, I have the entire Heisei era on VHS. I have all of them. And I even have, funny enough, I was at Anime North one year, and I found a couple of Japanese imports from Japan on VHS of the Heisei Godzilla movies. So I think I managed to pick up Godzilla vs. Biollante, Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, and Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2, and they were Japanese imports from Japan on VHS, and they have some like old news reports and shit. They're kind of cool. So I wanted to finally get the Heisei era on DVD. But what's cool about it, it's not just the Heisei era, it's also the majority of the Millennium era. And I don't have those much on DVD either. So just to go through it, this is the one I really wanted. And this one has Godzilla and Mothra Battle for Earth, which I believe Brendan Terrell Tenold just reviewed. Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, a.k.a. Godzilla Back to the Future Part 2. Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, which is a guilty pleasure for me. I don't know why people hate that one. And it's also got Rebirth of Mothra 1 and 2. Not 3, though, which is odd. But it's got my... Okay, this is kind of spoiling what I want to talk about at some point. But my favorite Godzilla movie... Everybody wonders, what's my favorite Godzilla movie? What's my favorite film in the entire history of the character? Godzilla vs. Destroya. I've never seen a Godzilla movie this emotional. It's a great, badass, hard, badass movie. Where Godzilla's just wrecking shit. He's gonna blow the fuck up. And when he dies, not only is it sad, but it's probably some of Akira Ifukube's best work, is that the death, the track's called Requiem. One of the best tracks I've ever heard from Akira Ifukube. Love it. But I really enjoy these movies. I'm glad I finally got them. Now, I don't know if any other Godzilla fans have these, but are these DVDs the flip ones? Because if they're the flip ones, it's going to be a little tricky. Please tell me if these are the flip ones. Please tell me these aren't flip ones. If they're not flip ones, I'm going to be really happy. Because, you know how like back in you know how some DVD box sets, you get the flip disc, and then you got to pick which one you got to abuse the most? And I hate that because they put 2 movies on one disc. Fucking hate that. If you're going to put 2 movies on one disc, make them on the same, like, layer of disc. So, again, does anybody have these? Because if anybody has these, let me... I mean, I can open it up right now and find out. Shit! They are the flip ones. Son of a bitch. Okay. That means I'm gonna have to take super careful. Oh, wait, are they? Okay, I get two opinions. Jack says they are, and Kevin says they aren't. Well, let's find out. Let's open one. Let's find out, shall we? As Mr. Plinkett would say. Fuck. Okay, let's see. Okay, they might be talking about the Blu-rays. I don't know if Jack's talking about the Blu-rays, but it might be the DVDs. So maybe I should order new copies. But the question is, are they like different? Like, how many discs are there? That's what I want to know. Okay, let's open this fucker up and see what it is. Oh! Oh, wait, you know what? Hold up. Hold the fuck up. Oh! Yeah, look at that! They aren't flip discs! They aren't flip discs, thank God! I hate flip discs. Absolutely hate flip discs. Like, you want... I don't know if James ever did the You Know What's Bullshit on DVDs and talked about the flip discs. Fucking hate that shit. I hate it. Hate flip discs. They're absolutely awful. So, yeah, got that. Now, I'm going to check the other one, too. I'm going to check the other one just in case. So, this one. So, now we have the second volume. And this one has the last of... The only thing I don't like about these DVDs is that they don't fit the Heisei era in one DVD. They got to put the last Heisei movie on the other one. And they're not in chronological order, which I hate. Like, so the thing is, like, yeah, you put Godzilla versus Mothra, you put all of them except for Mechagodzilla 2. Instead, you put the Rebirth of Mothra movies on here, and not Mechagodzilla 2 on this one. Don't put Mechagodzilla 2 on this one. I don't get that. This should have been called Volume 1, the Heisei era, and then the second one should have been Volume 2, the Millennium Edition. Hell, you know what? I may sound like a dick for saying this, but you know what they should have done? Instead of putting Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2 on here, they should have just put 98. Should have just put 98 on this. At least then it's consistent with Final Wars. So, yeah, like, I mean, that's the thing. So I'm just a little bummed out about that they had to put Mechagodzilla 2 on this one instead of the first one. Yeah, it's also Zilla. Just put Zilla on this one. At least it would have been consistent, is all I'm saying. That's my only complaint about these DVDs. And no Mothra 3 on here. No Rebirth of Mothra 3, unfortunately. So that means I can't see King Ghidorah. The other King Ghidorah on that one. Because technically, because Rebirth of Mothra trilogy takes place after Godzilla Mothra Battle for Earth, correct? I think it's in canon with the Heisei era, right? I'm not too sure. I haven't watched them yet, so you should do what I did at the Heisei era and buy separate DVD cases. Maybe, you know, I like to keep my cases all in one. Like, I'll get like maybe I'll replace the DVD case with like a 2-disc thing. So at least then there's double disc space and not like all flipped. So let's see if these are flip discs. Oh, no. Nope, doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Hey! Wait, is there one more? I think there's one more. Is there? Hey! They're not flip discs! Hooray! So yeah, I'm pretty happy with these. These are great. I don't know who put these out. Was it? I know it was TriStar or Sony. Sony put these out along with Toho. Thank you so much. Like that they didn't flip this shit. I mean, my only complaint: Mechagodzilla 2 not on this one, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm okay with that. As long as they're not flip discs, that's all that matters. I freaking love these. Would I write the Heisei Godzilla vs. Kong? I would have probably done something with that. I don't know. But yeah, really happy with these. Finally got these in my collection. That means I could probably replace the other ones. That or I'll probably just keep them in separate things in case one gets damaged. So, because I do have, out of all the Heisei or the Millennium movies I have on DVD, I have Godzilla 2000, Mega Gyrus or Mega Gyrus, and I have Tokyo SOS. I don't have the other three. So I'll put those on like sort of a separate thing and see what I can do with them. I know on Kijiji there's a guy selling some of the VHSs that are super rare, but I'm not 100%. So, next set of DVDs, and Inuyasha Dinosaur 101. You're going to love this shit. But, again, they were super cheap, on the fly. I have every single Godzilla movie save for King Kong versus Godzilla. You can get that pretty easily, Huey. Oh, wait, are you looking for the Japanese version? Because I don't know if you have the American. You just do not have just the Japanese version, because you have to get the Criterion for that. Anyway, well, hopefully the Criterion at some point will put out separate discs for those. I hope would be really nice if they put out separate discs. But anyway, so for Inuyasha Dinosaur 101, you're gonna love this. We were talking about Inuyasha a while ago because I already have the majority of the show. I got seasons 3 and 4. They were $10 on Amazon. Couldn't resist. These are the basic DVDs. They're not the big box sets, which I like these more because more space. But yeah, I got seasons 4. Now I had season 4, but it was unfortunately a bootleg. So I don't want to, but I want the entire show. But the entire show, I just don't have. Yeah, dude, just get the DVD that's out right now, and then just wait for the Criterion to put one. But anyway, so we have the first seasons 4 and seasons 5. I have the first 3 seasons. So season 4, I want to just give my quick opinions because I watched the show in its entirety before. I find season 4 the weakest season of the entire show. This is a season you could actually overall skip. And you want to know why? Because it is nothing but filler. It is nothing but pure filler. And it technically takes place before this movie 2. It takes place out before Castle Beyond the Looking Glass. But literally episodes 82 to 99. How many episodes is that? Is that like, what, 18 episodes? 18 episodes of pure filler. Granted, there's 1 or 2 episodes I like of this season. That being an episode called Kikyo's Lonely Journey, where she comes across like some old bandit guy. It leads to a plot point in a later season, but it's the only episode I like. But yeah, like season 4, I find the weakest like season of the show. And the other big upset is the last episode in this, which is the Koga and Sesshomaru fight, I think. The Koga versus Sesshomaru episode, which is again filler. That's where the animation took a drastic change, not in quality, not like in like animation wise, but color. The reason for that, I think that was at the point they went digital. Like the color timing went completely digital. So, because here's the thing, at least the first 4 seasons, especially prior to this last episode of this box set, have a very gritty, dark feel, which I really liked about the first few seasons. And a very dark, gritty feel. I think they were mostly hand painted through the cells and everything. Like they're great. Like the paintings look great. Everything looks fantastic. But for some reason, when we got to the last episode and then season 5, the colors felt so digital and they felt really bright, and I just didn't like that. I really hated that with that last few seasons, or the second half of the show, is that they just changed the color, and it looked too kid friendly for me. It looked too Saturday morning cartoons, not like Batman the Animated Series Saturday, but like more like it was kind of like the transition in home movies, which is probably my second favorite show of all time. Where the first season, the squiggly vision's a little annoying. But when they got to the digital upgrade on Adobe Flash, when they did the show on the later seasons, it looked good, felt really bright. But yeah, I felt these later seasons, like the last episode of this and then up to season 5, the animation got really, really bright. Like, look at the covers. Like, this is how bright they got. It just doesn't feel as gritty as before. It's not like Gundam Seed, where it was gritty, and this is the early 2000s anime. And this is probably sprung around, I want to say 2002 is when this happened, when they changed the digital to digital coloring, I think. So, yeah, we have season 4, but I had to get it because I am a completionist of this show. So it was $10 on Amazon, so there's that. And then I got season 5. Now, season 5, I believe, is considered the Band of 7 arc, because this is where the Band of 7 showed up. A group of mercenaries who were killed, resurrected by Naraku, and then go and hunt the Fellowship of the Sacred Jewel, as I call them. And basically, it gave birth to one of the most popular characters in the show, especially with the ladies, and that was Bonkotsu, voiced by the incredibly talented Canadian friend of mine on Facebook, Matt Hill. If you guys don't know who Matt Hill is, his resume includes Kira Yamato from Gundam Seed. as well as, you're not going to believe me, Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy. So the one who's like, I'm a woodpecker, except with dirt. It's the same guy! It's the same fucking guy who voices Bankotsu, who is this badass motherfucker with a giant fucking sword. It's great. And yeah, you have like fucking I watched a list of worst anime characters that I had a kid. Yeah, fuck that list, Huey. I'm sorry. Fuck that list. I'm sorry. And I hate to say this, guys. Kikyo's my favorite character because she's the most developed of the whole show. So anyway, yeah. Matt Smith is in this, voicing, or not Matt Smith, Matt Hill, voicing Bankotsu. And, you have other cast members. You have Richard Ian Cox, from Being Ian and a few other shows as Inuyasha. You have Monica Story as Kagome, who was also in, I believe, Hamtaro. She was in Hamtaro as Laura. And then you have Kirby Moroku. He was also in Yvonne of the Yukon. He was the voice of Goku in the Ocean dub of Dragon Ball Z. He's done a couple things there. He's also famous for Kong fans. Going to Kong, Kirby Muro also voices the main title character in Kong the Animated Series. Now, as much as I do not like that show, that's kind of cool that Moroku is now in this show, along with David Kay and Scott McNeil. Also, Scott McNeil's in this show, the voice of Dinobot and Waspinator and Beast Wars. He's pretty much the Canadian man of 1,000 voices, next to, I believe, what is it, Frank Welker? Because I think Frank Welker's Canadian, isn't he? I know Peter Cullen is. So, yeah, you have Scott McNeil. You have Willow Johnson, who's great in this. You have so many people. David Kay as Shishomaru. Paul Dobson as Naraku, a.k.a. one of the greatest villains of all time. Rat Trap, thank you, Harold. Guys, 20th anniversary. Y'all need to watch this shit. It's a show that still holds up, and it's mostly in the writing and the world building, and it's so great. Rumiko Takahashi is a genius, a pure genius. She essentially created the Japanese Middle Earth with this show. I love Dead Zone. I watched that on New Year's, King Tyrannus. I love the ocean dub of Dead Zone. Honestly, like, this is a great show. I'm so glad I got this on Amazon. Now, the last DVD I'm not going to show. Only because it's actually a Christmas gift for a friend that I want to give to. And I want to give her this. So this is going to be a Christmas gift for her. But yeah, got my Amazon packages. Pretty fucking cool. Bunch of movies. I'm really happy with these. Really glad. Good way to start 2020. I'm expecting a few more packages, I think, down the line. I think I got a book or two that I ordered. So I'm not 100%, but I'm looking forward to it. Now, we have one more package, but I saw in the comments section he doesn't want me to open it. This is from David Salgado, guy who requested our highlight reel, sent us a package. However, I want to wait. He said, he literally put on here, please do not open until your birthday. This is literally the Doc Brown letter from Back to the Future. Do not open until 1985. Is there going to be a letter here and say, Dear Jack, on the night I go back, you will be shot by terrorists. Please take any precautions to prevent this terrible event. See, is this like Back to the Future where it's like, don't open until 1985? I don't know. I can tell it's a DVD. I don't want to open it. Because I don't know because I don't know if I'll be able to open it and do a live stream on my birthday. That's the thing. Like, if I open it now, at least I know I got an early birthday present. I don't know, David. I really don't know. God damn it, David. Damn it. Oh, fuck. I slapped it so hard. I'm so upset. Oh, God. Okay. Well, I'll hold this till my birthday, buddy. No worries. But thank you. Thank you. Early birthday present. I will hold on to that until my birthday. Thank you. But yeah, so that's our packages. Really great. Really happy with these. I'm really hoping to see more of these. I think I ordered a few more. I'm not too sure. I'd have to check my Amazon thing. That's another thing. Should I keep my Amazon wish list public in case you guys, I don't know, want to send me stuff? Really? And speaking of which, if you guys want to send us mail and you guys want to send us gifts, donations to help the show, or fan letters asking questions, fan art, whatever you'd like, you can at this address, BigJackFilms, P.O. Box 326, Queensville, Ontario, L0G1R0. We'd love to hear from you guys. We'd love whatever we get. And we'll do I think we're going to do mail more in the live streams. I tried that mail talk show, or the fan mail fanatics. It's just a lot to do. But I find it's more fun to do them here on the live stream, so I get to interact with you guys who sent them. So I'm going to probably make that a thing. So basically, Fan Mail Fanatics is canceled. Shit. So there you go. So now I guess we're going to ask questions, of course. And of course, guys, please feel free to support us on Patreon. We got a couple of new things coming up that are going to be coming to Patreon exclusively for Patreon. So $1 or more, get your early access, as well as special features, as well as if you donate more, you can do requests and so on, and help to keep the lights on, essentially. So, with that said, we are going to answer some questions. And, this is a start a premium Snapchat? No, I use Snapchat once in a while, and I find it really confusing. Talk about Fight Club. I have not seen Fight Club, so I can't really talk about it. Or if you want me to do a review of Fight Club, I can't pronounce your name. You can support us on Patreon. Patreon, you can donate enough, you can do a request. I would love to send you a cosplay if that's fine. Really? Like a cosplay, like, for me to wear? Like, okay, as long as it's not like some sort of anime girly shit. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. But I wouldn't do that. Yeah, if it's a cool cosplay, send it over, man. Bear in mind, I am about a large, extra large in between there. I'm more of a one-size-fits-all guy, so whatever you want to do, man. Thank you. My New Year's resolution is to write a novel set in the 80s as future. Also, like Akira. Okay, that sounds cool. If Ghidorah's DNA was utilized to power up Kong, how would Godzilla stand a chance against him? Okay, everybody has this theory that they're going to combine King Kong and King Ghidorah together, which is utterly stupid. I think with King Ghidorah, they're just going to create either Mecha King Ghidorah or use him to create Mecha Godzilla. Really, that's about it. I really don't think they're going to do... Like, they're probably going to do something, like, within that lines. I don't see them doing anything, or creating Destroya or whatever. I don't see them doing anything like that in particular. So there's that. When Legend 2 hasn't happened, Jack will be like, why are we not funding it? Exactly! Exactly! Why are we not funding Legend 2? Look, if Tom Cruise can make Top Gun Maverick, aka which should have been called Top Gun The Second Mission, which would have been tied in with the NES game, can we get a fucking Legend 2? Get Ridley Scott, get Tom Cruise, get Mia Sara. The only thing that you couldn't really do is Tim Curry, unfortunately, because he is still recovering. I don't know, make it like the Spawn of Darkness. You know, call it Legend 2, Son of Darkness. Make it about his offspring, who's returned for revenge or something, you know? Yeah, I agree, Huey. Legend doesn't need a sequel, nor does it need a remake. But I feel like there's more we could explore with this, because I love this movie so much. But you gotta make it exactly like the first one. Not story-wise, but technically. So, sets. Like, ambitious sets. Huge production. I don't know, used to say James Bond set, except it doesn't light on fucking fire. Man, there's a part of me who wants it. There's a part of me who doesn't. I don't know. It'd be nice. You know, maybe see Jack and Lily as king and queen of this kingdom. That'd be cool. Maybe darkness creates a huge army of goblins to sweep the land and attack the castle. You go all Lord of the Rings on that shit. I don't care. I'd fucking watch that. Make it look like Army of Darkness. Oh, I fucking love Army of Darkness. Great movie. Well, he could probably do the voice, if anything. He can do the voice. That's fine. Like, in fact, I actually came up on Twitter. I came up with the idea because everybody's talking about Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. How the fuck have they not done a Legend-themed scare maze at Halloween Horror Nights? How? Universal, you own this you own this movie. Make a scare maze. make it the Enchanted Forest. It's all nice. You know, get that Tangerine Dream score in there. Then you start seeing little goblins. You enter Darkness's lair. You're spooked by guys in like outfits as goblins scaring you as like blinks and shit like that. Maybe some unicorns and stuff. And then at the very end, you have to face the Lord of Darkness as a big animatronic Tim Curry scaring you. And then you gotta shine some light at him and force him back. He's like, Father, protect me. Like, there's a whole potential for a legend-themed Scare Maze at Halloween Horror Nights. I would go do that. That'd be amazing. If they can bring Ghostbusters back, what a legend. Oh, Lord. Oh, that'd be great. Okay, Universal did make a Land Before Time attraction, and it was terrible. They didn't do a ride. They did a show. Sentai-based kaiju Godzilla-themed tokusatsu. Oh, so like a Super Sentai based on Godzilla and shit? I'd be interested in that. You know, they all take like the Pink Rangers, Mothra, the Red Rangers, Rodan, the Blue Rangers or the Green Rangers, Godzilla. The Yellow Ranger is Jet Jaguar. Silver Ranger, Mechagodzilla. That'd be kind of cool. Kaiju-themed Power Rangers. Review the Van Helsing movie. I've seen it. It's okay. Not really on my list of things to do, but I am reviewing the Mummy movies. That's still coming out. We're still working on that. I know. Sorry about the light. The light's really bad because of the reflection. You did? Oh shit! Right, I forgot about that, Huey. Sorry about that. Huey created that, which is kind of cool. Land Before Time ride, but they don't talk. Here's the thing. Like I said, I would like to maybe see a live-action Land Before Time in the style of Lion King, but the only trick is, and I said this about I thought about Lion King, the Lion King live-action movie again. What would have made it worse, would have made it better, is if it just didn't, if they didn't talk. If you made it like a visual experience. The same can be done with Land Before Time, I think. Kaiju Sentai, Goji Renja. Actually, Huey, use that. There you go. Kaiju Sentai, Goji Renja. If Kagome Inuyasha count, oh shit, Akara Taurus and JP Book, what would happen? Inuyasha would cut its fucking head off. What do you think of the style of Legend of Zelda movie or show if they made it? They did make a Legend of Zelda movie. It's called Legend, and it came out a year before the fucking game. Brad, I remember, was so pissed at this movie. Not because it was bad, it's because it was good. And I said, why are you mad? He said, it's fucking Legend of Zelda. That's this movie. It's Zelda. You know, elf kid, followed by a little fairy thing, gets a sword, rescues a princess from a dark lord. So you have Tom Cruise as Link, you have Mia Sara as Zelda, and then you got Tim Curry as Ganon. There's your fucking movie. There's your fucking Legend of Zelda movie. There it is right there. Do you prefer an anime Godzilla TV series with horrors? I'd rather see a Godzilla anime. But not like Planet of Monsters, but like an actual show our Heisei era themed Godzilla anime series like Gundam. I haven't even hit Inuyasha again, Love in Jurassic World. Survival. It'd be like Planet of Dinosaurs. I have not gone mad with power. I would use my powers for good. And I would use it to fight the people who have gone mad with power. So there's that. All right, well, we're going to probably wrap this up soon. So I'm going to answer 3 more questions, and then we're going to call it a night. Did you see Godzilla City on Edge of Battle or Planet Eater yet? No, I have not. Are they on Netflix? I'll check Netflix. I love the end. He's just like, ah. Just took a big shit. Would I review the Godzilla anime trilogy? Probably not. People seem to forget I'm not too big into Godzilla. Like, I enjoy the movies, but I'm not a big Godzilla guy on YouTube. I'm more of the Kong guy. So anything Kong related, I'll look at. But Godzilla, it's a little 50-50. I mean, I am working on something a little Godzilla related this year, but no promises on doing a full set of reviews. That's either Nick's department. It's either Nick's department. It's Brendan Tenold's department. It's James' department. not really my department. I'm both Godzilla and Jurassic Park World. Yeah, I'm more Jurassic Park. Okay, last question. Have I seen Mad? Oh, wait, I'll do two more. Have I seen Mad World? No, I have not. I know it's James' favorite movie. I know it's like a 3-hour film. I have to have time to watch it. When are you going to review more King Kong TV-based episode parodies? I have a list. It's going to be very kind of sporadic, those. Maybe I'll do them when I just have no time on my hands. But I do have kind of a list of things to do Kong-wise. And you know exactly what I'm talking about, Huey. Because after those two that I've got planned, I do have a few more episodes planned, and then it's probably going to go into season 5, probably. The next Kong review, if you guys have not seen my Kong review, which was almost a year ago, the April Fool's episode, I'm going to be doing a reissue of King Kong versus Godzilla and King Kong Escapes. Those are going to be my next 2 videos. They're hopefully going to come out in March. I'm probably going to maybe even start shooting this week. Not 100%, but they're going to be coming out in March because I do need this 2-month period to rest a little bit because I've just been through a lot of big projects and we're already planning the next batch, so we need time to prepare. But I am definitely getting back into reviews this year. That is a given. I'm going to do more for you, and they're going to be about maybe 1 to 2 a month. You're going to be seeing 1 or 2 reviews a month with stuff in between. No, unfortunately not this time, Justin Tang, because we already have a script planned. We already have a script ready. We have our scripts planned out. We already have a special guest in mind, which you guys are going to be surprised by, and that's hopefully coming up soon. So, those are the last few questions. Again, thank you all so much for coming in for our live stream. We really appreciate these. If you guys have any more questions, let us know in the comments section below. If you guys have any questions that you want to send us physically, either donations, gifts, and so on, you can at this address, BigJackFilms, P.O. Box 326, Queensville, Ontario, L0G1R0. We love you guys so much. We appreciate all the mail we get from fans. What's to come this week? Data not found, unfortunately. They're just going to be a little sporadic for the next little bit until I can get a consistent schedule back. And we're gonna keep going. And of course, guys, please support us on Patreon. $1 more, get your early access as well as other special features. We got some plans for Patreon. We're going to do Patreon exclusives coming up. So definitely look forward to that. Of course, any other questions, let us know in the comments. We'll answer them. And we really appreciate you guys coming. And, you know, we're getting close to 6,000 subscribers. And I'm really glad I can still do this. You know, I know Kappa and everything has kind of feared people, but really, I haven't been affected. It's not as bad as people made it out to be. I think it was more YouTube trying to scare us. But I think ultimately it's going to be for the better. So for people who have left, I mean, I'm also on BitChute. That's another thing. Some of my content is now officially on BitChute, so you can guys go check me out there. But yeah, we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be okay. You know, everybody fears the future. Everybody fears what's going to happen. But, you know, we're entering a new decade. We're entering a new set of years with possibly better change in the world. Because we spent the last 5 years full of, if you don't have Patreon, David, just send in the mail. You know, we have so much going on in our world full of hate and just controversy, this and that. What are people going to bitch about today? But let's try to make this decade a lot more optimistic. Let's try to be more optimistic. Let's try to get along more. Let's try to love each other more. Let's try to be more supportive to each other. Don't be dicks, essentially. Let's not have we've had 5 years of people being assholes. Let's try to go be a bit more and be a bit more nice to each other. So until the next video, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later. This is BigJackFilms signing off. Let's pray to God this next 10 years aren't hell.